and running. Welcome everyone. I'd like to welcome you all here tonight to Council's Extraordinary Council meeting and wish to advise the meeting will be live streamed and recorded, and the live stream and video recording will be made publicly available on YouTube and on Council's website. In the absence this evening of a Wurundjeri elder, I'll read an acknowledgement of country. Nillumbik Shire Council respectfully acknowledges the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people as the traditional owners of the country on which Nillumbik is located, and we value the significance of the Wurundjeri people's history as essential to the unique character of the Shire. We pay tribute to all First Nations people living in Nillumbik, give respect to elders past, present and future, and extend that respect to all First Nations people. We respect the enduring strength of the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung and acknowledge the ongoing impacts of past trauma and injustices from colonial invasion, massacres, and genocide committed against First Nations people. We acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people hold a deep and ongoing connection to this place. We value the distinctive place of our First Nations people in both Nillumbik and Australia's identity, from their cultural heritage and care of the land and waterways to their ongoing contributions in many fields, including academia, agriculture, art, economics, law, sport, and politics. As we have all councillors present this evening, there are no apologies. Disclosure of conflicts of interest under Section 129G of the Local Government Act 2020 and the Local Governance and Integrity Regulations 2020, the following matters are prescribed to be exempt from conflict of interest requirements. The nomination or appointment by the Council of a councillor to a position for which the councillor will not be remunerated, the nomination or appointment by the council of a councillor to a position in the Municipal Association of Victoria or in another body that has the purpose of representing the interests of councils, the nomination of a councillor for the election to the office of Mayor or Deputy Mayor. Councillors, with these exemptions in mind, are there any disclosures of conflicts of interest at this time? No. Councillors should note that any conflicts of interest should also be disclosed immediately before the relevant item. Now it is time to attend to the business listed for the Extraordinary Council meeting. The first item will be the appointment of a second temporary chairperson to conduct the business of the meeting prior to the election of the Mayor. Can I ask councillors to nominate a second temporary chairperson?
I'd like to nominate Councillor Brooker.
Thank you, Councillor Joyner. Are there any others? If not, thank you, councillors. There being only one nomination, in line with the rules, I deem Councillor Brooker elected to be the second temporary chairperson for the meeting. Can I please formalise the outcome and ask someone to move and second item 5, appointment of second temporary chairperson in the agenda?
I move that Councillor Brooker be nominated as second temporary chairperson.
Moved Councillor Joyner. Do I have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor McKay. I'll put that matter to the vote. All in favour? And that is carried unanimously. I now invite the second temporary chairperson, Councillor Brooker, to the chair.
In accordance with Section 26(3) of the Local Government Act 2020, a council must determine by resolution whether the mayor is to be elected for a 1-year or a 2-year term. Could I ask a councillor to move the mayoral term in the agenda, please?
I move that council resolves to elect the mayor for a term of 1 year.
Do I have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Joy. Do any councillors wish to speak? No? I'll put the matter to the vote. All in favour? I declare that carried unanimously.
Thank you for that, Councillor Brooker. Now we move to the election of the mayor. In accordance with Section 25(3) of the Local Government Act 2020, the election of the mayor must be chaired by the Chief Executive Officer. Therefore, tonight I will be conducting the election for the office of Mayor of Nillumbik Shire Council in accordance with the Local Government Act 2020 and Council's Governance Rule, election of Mayor and Deputy Mayor. Councillors, nominations for the election of Mayor must be seconded. I now ask for nominations for the election of Mayor for the 2024-25 Council year.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Demerick.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder?
I second that.
Thank you, Councillor Brooker. Councillor Jemerick, do you accept the nomination?
I accept.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations this evening? I don't see any. I think my eyes are working. In which case, councillors, I've received one nomination for the office of Mayor of Nillumbik Shire Council, and I'll now move to the casting of the votes. To cast a vote for Councillor Jemerick, please raise your hand. And that is carried unanimously. Thank you, councillors. In accordance with the Local Government Act 2020 and Council's Governance Rule, election of Mayor and Deputy Mayor, and having received an absolute majority, being 4 or more votes, it is now my honour to declare that Councillor Jemerick has been duly elected as the Mayor of Nillumbik Shire Council for 2024-25 Council year. Round of applause for Councillor Jemerick. Congratulations, Councillor Jemerick. I now ask you to make your way to the front and assume the chair and bring your tag with you, and I'll move to a seat where I'm more comfortable. Should just give you some room and
Thank you.
a hearty handshake as we get started. Well done.
Thank you. Set up the old wooden hammer.
Yeah, it's still there.
Thank you, councillors. We now move to further business as listed in tonight's extraordinary council meeting. Councillors, please note the same protocol will follow as that of the election of Mayor. Can I call for nominations of Deputy Mayor? Councillor Perkins.
I wish to nominate Councillor Joyner for Deputy Mayor.
Councillor Joyner, do you accept that nomination?
Thank you, Mayor Demerick. I accept.
Could I get a seconder for Councillor Joy? Do I have any other nominations? No, thank you. Councillors, I've received one nomination for the office of Deputy Mayor for the Nillumbik Shire Council. I'll now move to a casting vote. To cast a vote for Councillor Joyner, please raise your hand. Carried unanimously. Thank you, councillors. In accordance with the Local Government Act 2020 and the Council's Governance Rules, election of Mayor and Deputy Mayor, and having received an absolute majority of being 4 or more votes, it is my honour to declare that Councillor Joyner has been duly elected Deputy Mayor of the Nillumbik Shire for 2024-2025 Council year. Congratulations, Councillor Joyner. We'll now move on to item 8, the appointment of chairpersons of delegated committees. Sorry, section 8. Item number 9, the appointment of chairperson to delegated committees. Councillors, the councillors, could I please have someone move a motion, the motion on the agenda? Councillor Cope.
Sorry. I'd like to make the motion that Councillor Perkins is to act as a chairperson for the planning matters before the Planning and Consultation Committee for the 2024-25 council year.
Do I have a seconder? Councillor Joyner. Does anyone wish to speak? Sorry, just to clarify, that's moved Councillor Cope, seconded Councillor Joyner. No one wishes to speak, so I'll put the matter to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 9 is the delegated, is the appointment of the delegated committees. Councillors, could someone please move the motion in the agenda? Councillor Mackay.
Thank you. I would like to move that Councillor Brooker to act as chairperson for the consultation matters before Planning and Consultation Committee for the 2024-2025 council year.
Do I have a seconder? Councillor Joyner. So that's moved Councillor Mackay, seconded Councillor Joyner. Does anyone wish to speak? I'll put the matter to the vote. All those in favour? It's carried unanimously. We'll move on to the delegated committee and council meeting schedule for 2024-2025, which is item 10 on the agenda. Councillors, would someone like to move a motion? Councillor Perkins.
I move that Council, number 1, adopts and advertises the delegated committee and council meeting schedule for the 24-25 council year as listed below, as per the papers. And number 2, endorses that the 2026 citizenship ceremony is to be held on Wednesday, the 28th of January, 2026.
Do I have a seconder? Councillor Joy. So moved Councillor Perkins, seconded Councillor Joy. Do any councillors wish to speak? I'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. I'd just like to say a couple of words as being the incoming mayor. And so, ladies and gentlemen, my esteemed councillors, members of the community and community group leaders, and Trace and Rose. I'm honoured to stand before you as the newly elected Mayor of Nillumbik, and thanks to the councillors for that. I did try and turn that off, but... and it'll be a spam call, of course. So, newly elected Mayor of Nillumbik, and thanks to the councillors for their trust and support in selecting us for that role. Together we'll strive to make Nillumbik one of the most livable shires in the world, and we'll continue to focus on sustainability, connectivity and community wellbeing. I look forward to working with this dedicated group of councillors, our many community groups, our innovative businesses to enhance our green wedge and to foster a thriving local economy. We don't operate in a vacuum, so I look forward to continuing the work of previous councils and work with our CEO, Carl Cowie, and the dedicated team of officers that are around him. In recent years, they've made significant improvements in capital works and infrastructure. Examples close by are the Diamond Valley Fitness Centre, with refurb there, and the great work on the Diamond Creek Trail, which was particularly had particularly utility during COVID-19. It was also with COVID-19 the uplift in our digital transformation of council made it possible for council to keep operating through COVID-19. Again, Nillumbik has been recognised as one of the great places to work, one of the 50 best places to work in Australia and New Zealand, highlighting the culture and commitment of staff. We look to continue the projects that advocate for renewable energy, sustainability initiatives, such as the solar farm, local climate action, and continuing our focus on excellent customer service to provide value and effective governance and leadership for the ratepayers. We need to get to work on our housing strategy, our neighbourhood character study, and we need to be responding to the state government's proposed planning reforms. We have work to do on our biodiversity, work to do on our weed control, work to do on the maintenance of our roads and council facilities, and enabling seniors to age in place. We have also had great support from our federal and state MPs, and we will continue to nurture these relationships. I look forward to preparing our council plan, and I'm asking all the community to join us as a council as we get to work. Thank you very much. I would like to ask Councillor Joyner as Deputy Mayor to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor Demerick. I feel very fortunate and excited to be working alongside you this year. I look forward to what we can achieve for the Nillumbik community. I would like to express my gratitude to the other councillors for their support in electing me as Deputy Mayor for the upcoming year. It is a wonderful opportunity to represent the people of Nillumbik to make real our hopes, our wants for better years to come. Over the next 10 months, we will focus on developing the new council plan. I hope that the ideas we, as the new councillors, have envisaged will be reflected in this important document, ultimately making Nillumbik a better place. I am optimistic that we are able to better connect, better support, better educate, and live a better life here in Nillumbik through our collaborative efforts. Thank you to Carl and the entire team at Council for making us feel so welcome and supported over the past few weeks. I look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Joyner. Thank you, councillors, council officers, members of the gallery, and viewers at home. Don't forget to vote for us in the TV Week Awards. That concludes all items on the agenda, and therefore I declare this extraordinary council meeting closed at 7:19 p.m. I look forward to working with you all. Thank you very much.